A 29-year-old YouTuber is facing up to 20 years behind bars after pleading guilty to intentionally crashing his plane and recording the incident for views and to make money. Trevor Daniel Jacob secured a sponsorship deal from a company that sold various products including a wallet. Trevor agreed to promote the company's wallet in a YouTube video that he would post. On the 24th of November 2021, Trevor, who's an experienced pilot and skydiver, embarked on a solo flight from Lompoc City Airport to Mammoth Lakes in California. During the flight, he intentionally jumped out of the plane and recorded himself parachuting to the ground in his airplane as it descended and crashed. Jacob set up multiple video cameras on different parts of the aircraft and was ready with a parachute, camera and a selfie stick. While flying over Los Padres National Forest near Santa Maria, he exited the plane and recorded himself parachuting down. The plane then crashed into dry bush in Los Padres National Forest. In the video, which Trevor uploaded on the 23rd of December 2021, titled "I Crashed My Airplane," Trevor is seen walking to the crash site and collecting the video recording of his flight. On the 26th of November 2021, Trevor alerted the National Transportation Safety Board about the plane crash, and an investigation was launched. The Federal Aviation Administration reportedly launched a separate investigation around 3 days later. Trevor lied to investigators, saying that he did not know the wreckage's location, even though he and a friend flew by helicopter to the wreckage site on the 10th of December 2021. At the crash site, Trevor used the helicopter to lift and carry the wreckage to Rancho Cisquad in Santa Barbara County, where it was then loaded onto a trailer attached to Trevor's pickup truck. He then drove the wreckage to Lompoc City Airport and unloaded it in a hangar. He then cut up and destroyed the airplane wreckage, and over the course of a few days, deposited the detached parts of the wreckage airplane into trash bins at the airport and elsewhere, with the intent to obstruct federal authorities from investigating the plane crash. Trevor also submitted a false report and said that the aircraft experienced a full loss of power approximately 35 minutes after takeoff. He also lied to a Federal Aviation Administration safety inspector when he said that the airplane's engine had quit, and because he could not identify any safe landing options, he had parachuted out of the plane. His pilot license was revoked in April of 2022. On Thursday the 11th of May, Jacob pleaded guilty to one count of destruction and concealment with the intent to obstruct a federal investigation. 4 arrests have been made in connection to a homicide of a teenage girl. At around 6:50 AM on Friday the 12th of May, a woman called 911 after finding a body lying in the roadway of Timothy Lane, near Ridgefield Road in Ridgefield, South Carolina. When first responders arrived, they found an unresponsive girl with multiple gunshot wounds above her waist. Medics attempted life-saving measures, however she was pronounced dead at the scene. She was later identified as 14-year-old Maria Ezell of Somerville. Upon further investigation, authorities took 4 suspects into custody on the evening of Saturday the 13th of May. 18-year-old Drayton Tavares Smalls of Somerville, 19-year-old Sabine Alexander Buck of North Charleston, 17-year-old Bailey Maria Taylor of North Charleston, and an unnamed 16-year-old juvenile from Somerville have been charged in connection with Maria's murder. Bailey has been charged as an adult. Lieutenant Rick Carson of the Dorchester County Sheriff's Office said detectives worked through the mounds of evidence after finding Maria's body. During the day Saturday, many facets of the investigation started coming together. Detectives believe there are incidents involving the individuals prior to the shooting, and that this was a coordinated effort. Additional arrests are not expected, but have not been ruled out. Authorities have not disclosed what evidence they found or a motive in the murder. 23-year-old Robbie Robinson Jr. is behind bars for beating his father's girlfriend and setting her on fire. The incident occurred at 10:25 AM on Thursday the 11th of May at a home along the 2600 block of Arroyo Ridge Court in Hamilton, Ohio. The 50-year-old victim told officers that Robbie had beaten her to the point that 2 of her teeth were knocked out before dousing her with gasoline and throwing a flame at her. She then jumped more than 30 feet out of a second-story window of the home to escape. Neighbor Dennis Williams called 911 to report the incident after his dogs were frantically barking and led him to the woman lying on the ground. He said he saw the woman laying in the grass and it looked like she was covered in dust. He said he ran over to her and she said he set me on fire. The woman was airlifted to the hospital with second-degree burns covering half her body. She was listed in a critical condition and was placed into a coma. Body camera footage from a Fairfield Township police officer shows the arrest of Robbie, who was wearing a winter coat despite temperatures reaching 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Robbie repeatedly proclaims his innocence and expressed shock that his father's girlfriend was injured so badly. "I don't know what happened. It just went off," he said. When the arresting officers told Robbie that the woman he referred to as his stepmother jumped into the backyard, he appeared to be stunned and said, "Oh, she did?" Authorities said that Robbie and the victim both lived together. The motive in the attack is unclear. Robbie was charged with aggravated arson and felonious assault, and he's been held at the Butler County Jail on a $200,000 bond.